All right, so last week I shared 3 ways to make English practice fun without drills, and today I have even more. So, because English practice it doesn't have to mean sitting at a desk with a textbook. It can mean you're practicing in the car, at dinner, before bed, anywhere. So that's the beauty of the world we're living in is practice can happen anywhere. So if you're helping a child grow their confidence in English, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. I share strategies that help children move from understanding English to expressing their ideas confidently and clearly. So stay until the end because I am sharing 3 more activities that you can try this week, plus a bonus. One more thing that you can do at home that practice alone cannot give your child. All right, so this is this shift can change everything for parents who are helping their child learn, right? So most families think English practice requires like a dedicated time, a dedicated space, dedicated materials, maybe a dedicated curriculum. But the most powerful English practice happens in the in-between moments. This could be a car ride, the dinner table, the walk to school. Life is full of amazing English opportunities that most families walk right past. So today we're going to stop walking past them and we're going to continue to practice. So if you are helping your child grow their confidence in English, subscribe to this channel. I share strategies that help children move from understanding English to expressing their ideas clearly. So if you want your child getting structured, weekly speaking practice with a native speaker, check out my English Confidence Club for kids ages 8 to 12. The link is in the description. And please go ahead and check it out because my spots are filling real quickly here. All right, so this is something I want every parent to hear clearly. Home practice and structured practice are not competing. They are complementary. Home practice builds your child's confidence. Your child discovers that they can do this. They find their own voice. They stop waiting for permission to speak. Structured practice builds skills. A teacher can hear what a child needs and correct patterns that home practice misses, and they push them to the next level. So one without the other leaves a gap. And the activities in this video are for the home side of your practice. And I'll talk about that more later in the video. So stay tight and hang tight. All right, so one strategy that I've had some students practice, and the students that chose this love it. They absolutely excelled. It is a video diary. So your child picks a topic that they know very well, and they record themselves talking about it in English for about 1 to 2 minutes. So they are the expert here. Make sure you tell them that. They teach you about it in English, even if you are not in the room. They are speaking to an audience. You guys can watch it together and react. You'll ask questions. Be sure to follow up with those beautiful questions. Show genuine interest and celebrate the attempt. Remember, always, always encourage your child. Video diaries work because the kids love watching themselves. They naturally want to do better each time, right? So it's really awesome to watch kids take that video and then look back at it even 6 months from now to say, oh my goodness, look at how much my English has improved. So that's another reason I love video diaries. So even over a few weeks, the difference from the first video to the latest one is incredible. It becomes like their own motivation to continue practicing and progressing in English. And it records that progress and that you guys can look back on for years even. All right, so again, describe what you see in the car, at the store, on the school bus, wherever. Your child describes everything they see in English for 60 seconds. No preparations, just look and speak. This builds real-time descriptive language, and no worksheet can replicate this. So make it a challenge. Can you describe 5 things before we get to the traffic light? This spontaneity is exactly what makes this valuable. They can't prepare, they cannot rehearse. They just have to speak, right? And this is the closest thing to real conversation practice you can create outside of an actual conversation. All right, so I'd love to hear what kind of things your child is describing if you try this activity. So go ahead and drop it in the comments. Right, so music and songs. I love music. I'm wondering if you guys do too. Go ahead and pick a song your child already loves. So English songs are perfect if they're already interested in them. Go ahead and sing along in English together. Don't worry about perfect pronunciation. Just sing, right? It's just fun. And again, another pro tip is a lot of Disney songs or animated movies have sing along versions of them. So that's a great one to practice too. They're seeing it, they're seeing what's happening, they can understand the context. Then you can ask the child what the song means and what the story is telling you, right? So this question is more powerful than it sounds. Interpreting language and lyrics requires inference, vocabulary, and real opinion language. So music is one of the most natural ways humans acquire language. And kids who grow up singing in English develop a natural rhythm and an ear for it so they can understand it. And this expression, like, this is just such an incredible practice because drills cannot build this. Grammar drills, textbook drills, they cannot build the same type of fluency and rhythm. All right, so I've had students in the past who have gone, there are some different apps that I can drop below too, where you can practice the lyrics and you can sing along, or even on something like Spotify, you can click the lyrics and follow along with each song. So that's a great way to practice as well. And students have found their favorite artist in English. So it's really cool to see, different students enjoying different types of music in English. Okay, so this is an awesome game. So this is a storytelling game. One person starts a story in English. Just one sentence. We're going to keep that barrier to entry low. Just one sentence. The next person adds on to that sentence. Then the next person. And it keeps going around until the story ends, right? So you could do this as a whole family, just with you and your child, back and forth. And there are no wrong answers ever. The sillier, the better. And this is what makes kids lean in and really learn English. So this works at dinner, in the car, before bed, anywhere the whole family is together. So storytelling games are awesome because they build narrative language and creative vocabulary, and also the confidence to contribute without being certain you're right. The no wrong answers rule is the most important part. It creates the psychological safety that speaking confidence is built on. All right. And what happens when kids practice alone? So they build confidence without pressure, right? There's no audience, no judgment, just them and the language. They discover their own voice in English, which is separate from a teacher, separate from a parent, just their own. They stop waiting for permission to speak. And this is the biggest one. So many kids have learned that speaking English is something that happens in a classroom with a teacher's approval, right? So independent practice breaks that association and builds the belief that English belongs to them, not just to the school, right? So when kids start using language, whatever language they're learning, whether they're learning English, Spanish, Chinese, whatever, they start using it outside of school, they're associating it with different things. And it doesn't become such a difficult thing to use the language outside of school. Okay, so independent practice does have a limit, whereas home practice builds habits. And habits are super, super incredibly valuable when it comes to language learning. So structured lessons with a teacher that build real speaking skills and lasting confidence. So these are really important too. And a teacher hears things that a parent cannot: pronunciation patterns, grammar habits, vocabulary gaps, right? A teacher pushes in ways that feel safe, and they know how to grow and scaffold for the different students, right? And the relationship is built around growth, not evaluation. Whereas home practice and structured practice together, this is a really awesome and truly incredible combination that builds very, very confident English speakers. Again, if this is helpful, please subscribe down below. And this is exactly what this channel is about. I want to help as many students as possible become confident and strong English speakers. Okay, so are you ready for the next step? My English Confidence Club helps children ages 8 to 12 speak English with real confidence. So these are small groups, real conversations with real progress and results every single week. This is not a traditional English class. It is a structured speaking practice in a supportive environment built around topics that kids actually care about. Remember, my classes are student-led, student-driven, meaning they get to choose what they want to talk about each week. So if your child is doing the home activities and you want to add the structured piece, this is exactly where to start. So again, my spots for group classes are filling up quickly. The spaces are limited, so go ahead and check out that link in the description. I'd love to see your children there. Okay, so again, these are some things you can have your child do at home. Remember, they don't have to take 20 minutes. Could be a couple minutes every day. So record one video diary each week. Just hit record. That's the hardest part sometimes, is just starting. Pick one English song and learn the story behind it, and you can sing it together and practice and talk about what it means. Another thing to try is to try one round of the storytelling game at dinner tonight. So one sentence each, just keep it fun and silly. All right, so go ahead, just pick one. Just start with one this week and start tonight. So I want you to implement these. It's great that you learned them, but I want you to start using them in your daily life with your children. And you don't have to do all three at once. So consistency with one activity is worth more than trying everything at once. All right, thank you for watching my video today. If you are interested in group lessons, go ahead and check out my website in the description. If your child already enjoys reading and practicing, we're gonna go ahead and I want you to practice one of these steps below. So I'd love to know, which activity does your child already do in English without realizing it? So comment below and I'll see you next week.